Subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfuckers.
Yes, guys, we are back, and we're doing Bad Movie Friday again. This past Friday, I watched M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender, and I'm back, and I'm already fucking up. Sorry this video is late. Last weekend was Martin Luther King Day, and I took that off, and this past Friday, I kind of got a little sick during the day, so I wasn't, or sick the night before, and I was sick during the day, so I kind of couldn't get this uploaded on time. So I'm back. I'm here. It's Saturday. So remember I said I would upload it on a Saturday if I'm ever late on a Friday. So here we are. The Last Airbender. So The Last Airbender came out in 2010. I originally thought it came out in 2012. So that's like about 8 years ago from now. And the graphics were like still like good in it. Like they weren't like great. They were okay. And I had a problem with some of the story. So let's talk about the opening weekend. So the opening weekend, I have to look at it real quick. The opening weekend for the United States was 131 billion from September 19th, 2010, and worldwide, I believe that is 319 million. If it's not billion, then it's million. And the budget was 150 million estimated. That's from IMDb, and it has a 4 out of 10 stars on IMDb. So let's talk about the story. The story is pretty much based off the TV show. Now, if you watched it when it first came out in 2010, like I did, I saw it with my best friend. I remember telling you guys that on my last video. I saw it with my best friend, so that made it great, because when we first saw it, we could tell it was a disaster as it was happening when it first hit theaters. If you're watching this, my friend, I hope you remember. But yeah, also, how do you guys like my hair? I dyed it. I'm getting distracted. But again, the story's pretty much like the animated series, and I watched the animated series as a kid, and M. Night fucked this movie up. Like in the very beginning, at least the version I rewatched didn't have guitars saying earth, water, fire, and air. And throughout the movie, there's like inconsistencies. They call the kid Ong, not Aang. And I am pretty sure Sokka does not blink once. I remember one of my family friends saying that when they saw it, they watched Sokka and he did not blink once at all throughout the movie. And if you watch it, I bet you'll see that too. So, I also had trouble with some of the bending styles they had. Like they had to have the elements with them, and only like a few of them could bend, like naturally bend their elements. Like Iroh could bend, and I'm pretty sure that Zuko was one of the ones that can naturally bend, because he was underwater for one of the scenes, and he could hold up his hands and bend naturally with the fire to keep his hands warm. So yeah, this movie I'm gonna give like a 3 out of 5 stars. And so you remember the last time, my last movie, Grave of the Vampire. Ugh, that was a terrible, shitty movie. One of the worst. It's not as bad as the Star Wars Holiday Special, and it wasn't as bad as Birdemic. Still have not found a bad movie as bad as Birdemic 2. Grave of the Vampire still stuck to the plot, but this is about Birdemic, Star Wars, or Grave of the Vampire. Like I said, Last Airbender was okay. It jumped around the story a lot. I understand they had to, because they crammed the entire first season, which is book 1 Water, into the movie. And they just can't do that for something like this. They wanted to make it a trilogy, like Water, Earth, and Fire. And that didn't happen, obviously. Otherwise, we'd have an Avatar series by now. Which we do with the Blue People, but like an actual Airbender series. Again, they found these kid actors through the internet. I remember this whole big thing about them finding this Ong kid through YouTube, and this is like pretty much my thoughts on the movie. Pretty much in this first 5 minute clip here. Again, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. That's my James Dixon rating, and with that, I guess I'm going to show you the clips that I thought were the worst or the best out of the movie. So I'll be right back, guys. See you in a minute.
My name is Ong, and I'm the Avatar. I ran away, but I'm back now. It's time for you to stop doing this!
The Avatar would have to be an airbender. Are you an airbender, boy?
Leave him alone!
How is he doing that?
I don't want to hurt anyone.
All airbenders should be dead. Kill him! Firebenders! Let's attack! Okay? Everybody can help us now!
Don't be afraid!
Did you see what that guys meant? Like, did you see Sokka not staring? And I loved whenever those people fought. Like, whenever they fought, you could tell they were letting the kids, hit them, at least the adults. Because again, they found Aang's actor on like YouTube for being a karate master. So whenever he fought one of the adults, yeah, they would let the kids at least attack the adults. And again, Sokka, he would not blink. That's not me. That's not my editing choice. That's one of the clips I chose. And I had a problem with the earthbenders during the scene because if some of the benders can't naturally bend, that means the earthbenders are born with bending. And there's a scene where they said they were imprisoned because they had metal and they can't metal bend, but like after they're imprisoned, they can just bust out with their earthbending. They said they had their families, but they can rescue their families after they're busted out. It's just that scene just messed me up. Like their earth is right underneath their feet, and I also loved how all those dudes did those dance moves just for that one rock. That was hilarious. I heard that Netflix is. I've heard this more than once in the past few years that Netflix is going to try to redo M. Night's live series. Of this, I couldn't find the right words for that sentence, but Netflix is going to try to do it not the same way he did. They're going to try to do it better, and I hope they do and stick with the material. Because again, it was one of my favorite shows as a kid growing up. I watched it every morning when it was brand new on like a Saturday morning, or it was like Friday night, Saturday morning. I watched it every day not every day, like afterwards I watched it every day. And I remember when the Avatar movie, not the movie, but when the Sozin's comet, not like the last episode, but like when the comet episode came on and the firebenders lost their powers, I remember that episode, that movie, like it was like season 3 or something like that. I remember that when it first aired, and I was like, middle school when it came out, and I just have fond memories of the show, and I don't want network executives fucking it up. So this is pretty much my final thoughts on this. Those are my clips that I had to share. So before I end this, let's see what it's gonna be for next week's Bad Movie Friday.
I hear you whispering. Planning on stealing something?
No, ma'am, we're not.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep?
What? No.
Ooh, The Happening. I have not seen that, but I have heard terrible things about it, like good terrible things. Like, this is along the lines of this kind of a movie, you know what I mean? What I've just shown you all here. I've also heard it's like The Walking Dead, but like with no zombies. That's what I've also heard. So, I hope y'all liked this Bad Movie Fridays. Again, I'm back. I took last week off because it was like a 3-day holiday for me. I didn't have to work Friday either. So I just was like, I'm going to take it off. And yesterday I was sick during the day, which provided me not to upload this on time. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys like my new hair. Again, 3 out of 5 stars for The Last Airbender. I hope he doesn't make another one of these, because he still could with the money that he has now. And next week we'll have The Happening to watch. So with me saying that, I'm going to end it there. This is James saying, we hit 50 subs on my channel, baby. Let's get another 50 more. I'm going to let Brandon Rogers take it from here. Peace, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
All right, I just want to shout out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.